Hey guys and welcome to Wow. Hey guys and welcome to Farm Simulator 2015 on Sherwood Park Farm. Why the heck did I say American? I have no idea. So what is the plan of action today? Well, I can't remember if I said last episode I'll do this off camera. I probably did. That didn't happen for various different reasons. Wow. So we are probably going to take these bales down to the lumberyard that I think is by the grain dryer. I have to suckle through and find out where the skidder is. That'll do. Okay, it's down there. So we're gonna shuffle down there, then we will take a momentarily split-second break for you guys, probably a few seconds for me, and we will jump. Well, we'll fast time it. Just trying to turn the volume down and my headset's not yelling at you. We'll fast time it so we can get to daylight. I just still wanted to do a little bit of nighttime driving. This is some real pretty lighting with the real daylight mod. So the reason I had to jump out there, if any of you missed the previous episode, is because for whatever reason those gates do not see this trailer on the back, so we'll start shutting as soon as the dolly goes by, which is not ideal, meaning the bales and the trailer, well, not necessarily the bales, but the trailer and everything goes flying. Highly irritating. Definitely wish Stevie did put the manual trigger on those gates. I believe it is on some parts of this map. I'm not 100% though. Even if it isn't, I wish it was. The amount of other mods up this map has got in something as basic as that, I'm really surprised. Hey, you can see the shadows on the tree of the Unimog. That's pretty cool. So these bales are going to get shoved down here and used for storage for our boiler system we have in the log yard. We're almost there. It's not too far of a drive. We'll probably fast time it when we're down there. I feel we're going to be doing a bit of loader work. We're going to find where we have the Roberts bale forks. If we don't have it, we'll purchase that and get it delivered. So we can probably unload the trailer and stack the stuff ourselves. Speaking of American trucks, I'm actually at the beginning. I still don't know why I said that. That has updated, and for the time being I can't play on it. Everything hasn't updated yet. It's kind of irritating, but hey ho, that's the way it goes. So at some point we'll get an episode of that out, along with we've got a turmoil video that I recorded last week that I want to put up this weekend. Hopefully anyway. So what we'll do is we'll fast time and we should be right back. So we are back. Different brightness level, eh? Alright, we'll switch that off. Switch that off, open up that. We want to unload. Unload side. We want it on the trailer. Okay, cool. And that should give us enough room. And we'll probably put the bales just there. Alright, back at the yard. Back at the yard. Here we go. Let's see where, if we even have it. Open up the garage. So we're looking for blue. Didn't get the CSZ ones. Not a big fan of the CSZ ones actually for the bale handler, and I really prefer these Robert's ones. Or Robert ones. No, that was telehandler. We want wheel loader. Bye. So, in the great scheme of things, how far away is that from where we're going? Quite far. So, give it a minute and it should be delivered. Alright, we just got word they did get delivered and it looks like they have been placed over here. Cool. So we'll come along with... put this over here. Luckily this thing's pretty fast on its feet once we get going. So it shouldn't take us too long to get down to there to unload the bales. We could actually load it up onto the back of the Oshkosh. That is always an option, actually. I think we'll drive it down. For the most part, I think that's actually going to. This is going to stay down there for the most part. Probably really could do with a couple of these. Put our beacon on. And hammer down. This thing's so quiet compared to some of the other vehicles. I wonder if we've got this in Farm Sim 17, if we're going to be able to get the normal booms on it. I understand why we've got the longer reach booms. So for instances like this where I'm stuck in bales, it'll work fine. Personally, I think it looks weird like that. I really do. Going down here at this sort of speed, it'd probably be an extremely bumpy ride as well. So, this episode we are going to get the rest of the bales out, I hope, of the field, and get one of the big tractors in, probably the case, articulated and plough up the field and disc it up. To this day I find it strange the fact that, as clear as the dash is, it is showing us with every single warning light on. I've always found that strange about this vehicle in the DLC. What's in there? Ah, the greenhouses. Do have a lot of greenhouses on this map. Let's get unstacking. Listen to the circular saw going off all day as well. Now this will be the first ever time I've unloaded bales with this machine, so you guys have got to bear with me. It's either going to go real nice or really terrible. Because I'm not used to the articulation, I personally think it's going to go real terrible. This is basically the fuel for the boilers. I was kind of surprised to read the fact that it does use straw. It also can use, and this is what I find really intriguing, the wood chips. So what would be easier to make? Straw bales or wood chips? Wow. Of course, a byproduct of this thing is wood chips. So if you've got yourself a good start and it doesn't use fuel crazy, chances are it could even become self-sufficient. That is what we're after. Is some self-sufficient stuff going on down here. That would be cool if that is the case. I don't know if it works like that in practice. I really don't. It would be neat. Now after using this for this little while here already, I don't care for this for bale stacking. I definitely prefer the telehandler. Well, for reasons just like that, we've dumped a bale and it's going to be a pain to scoop up. Could load them all back onto the trailer using the auto load script, but doing that I feel will break down the stacks in the first place. I don't know what we will do. Well, I know, I just feel that we need something like this in the first place, but wow. Maybe we don't. So I'm creating one hell of a mess here. So we may get the Merlot. And use that for bale handling. That I think is what I will do in the long run. This can be used for the logs and stuff like that, but bale handling, yeah, the Modular is the way to go, I feel. Could use the JCB telehandler that I have on Thornton, but as many of you know, that gearbox just drives me up the wall. So I don't think I'll use that. That wasn't too bad of a grab. If only I could have done that for the rest, eh? And pull the skidder out and stuff like that and get these neatened up once I get the telehandler down here. Actually, we'll go at it from the other side so I can push the bales, not logs. Get it right. If I end up screwing up. At least it gives me some breathing room instead of over here where if I was pushing from the other side to stick them on the forks, it would not give me any breathing room at all. Oh, I'm actually going to nudge that one back on just a hair. I think what I find with the articulated stuff is it snaps back at auto centers. And you could say that for the rest of the machines, for the most part, where they're tractors, they don't have auto center and steering. The Unimog probably would, as it's kind of like a cross between a tractor and a transport truck, pickup truck, utility thing. For the most part, the rest of the machines are just hydraulic steer, so they don't have any self-centering. And I think for the articulated stuff especially, the front loaders, more so, it's needed. It's just hard to get into spots and leave the angle, because as soon as you let go of the stick, or key, or whatever, unless you're using a steering wheel, it'll snap back. And even then, the giant Cytex steering wheel would snap back as well, so it's got auto centering. The only way to do it is if you were using a Fanatec or a Logitech steering wheel where it's got force feedback and you can pretty much switch force feedback off. Where I have my wheel set up is just enough force so it felt like there was a little bit of resistance, like the real things do. Other than that, look at that, yeah, what a mess. We are done with that. We will keep the bale forks, mind you, but they are going to be for emergency use only with this thing. And we'll get ourselves the Merlot. Because I do not want to mess with that anymore. For the time being, that can get shut off there. Alright, if we look at the control panel, we'll probably end up getting the Merlot in a minute, but I want to get some of the big stuff working in the field. Over here I believe it is. Bring up the F1 help. We don't need water or anything like that, we've got logs. Makes wood chips and creates wood pallets. Or pallets. Info fuel's empty. So yeah, we need fuel. That is over there. But that we shall deal with in a little while. We will get the case on the job. Actually, we do need to put a pressure washer down. That is right, I am putting one down. Oh, can we actually place it inside the buildings? That's kind of neat. Oh, where to place it though? If we can place it down by over here. Now, because I've never done any jobs, we may even do some of them. I think it'd be kind of fun to do. Alright, we'll put it there. At last. Get to use this beast. Mad Fox did come out with another machine. I believe... Oh, what's the one I'm doing a review on next? That guy there. I saw a lot of you were telling me how to pronounce it. Some of you may or may not know, especially my newer subscribers. I am dyslexic. My reading has improved a lot from what it used to be. My spelling is completely atrocious. And some words I just cannot even sound out. It doesn't sound right, and that's part of being dyslexic. That's what it is. Phonetically, if you try and sound it out, it just becomes jumbled to you. And the name of that machine is, so although I appreciate you guys trying to help, the only way I will learn how to properly pronounce it is basically if I turned around to someone, aka the girlfriend, and said, how do you say it? And it's pretty bad. Like, that's what it's like. I've lived with it for 24 years now. Of course, the last few years I've actually been living with it in as far as knowing what's going on and all that good stuff. Excluding when I was really young is what I'm saying. But it's a pain, trust me. It is a pain. Some people may say they are dyslexic and not. When I say I am, I got medically tested. When I was at hospital, I went to God knows how many hospital clinics kind of thing, and the local hospital for it. I remember all that. Yeah, it's crazy. The stupid little test they got you to do. All of that stuff. So, when it comes down to pronunciation on stuff, if it isn't a simple word, John Deere, case, New Holland, stuff like that, yeah, forget it with me, unfortunately. It's the way it is. It sucks. Some of you may be going through the same thing, I know. Some of you probably have it. It is not fun to deal with. Although I am actually contemplating getting rid of that tractor, I don't know, because it's so similar to this one. Only difference is this doesn't have doors, that one does. Is kind of what's making me keep it around for the time being. The other one Mad Fox did release was the same make. It's basically a case, but it was a barn find. Now what he started to do, and it's something that I do not like, and it's why it's stopping me using the mod itself. You're just going to sit and roll. Thank you. Is the fact that he's putting his farm logo over it. It's obviously a fake farm. It's one that he has on Farm Sim, but I don't like that. Not if you're releasing it as a mod. I get it, I understand it, but personal preference, I don't like it. If it was easy to take away, I would. That being said, would I do it if it was my machinery? Sure I would, but I'd release a blank one for the public, so they can put their own logos on and stuff. I know, that's what's stopping me using that one. It's got a Detroit diesel in it, and it sounds really nice. It comes with doors, very unique looking. Just not my cup of tea. Be interesting to see if he makes some old looking John Deeres. I don't know if it's something he's into or not. That'd be nice. So we do have four-wheel drive on. Once we get into the field, we'll be not picking up, well, not doing anything much other than the headland passes because we still have bales in the field. Oh, why is it cultivating already? It shouldn't be. Now it's doing this because it's so low on the ground. Put these wings down, it should help. Or it may not. Doesn't matter, I'll go over that texture. It's just disappointing it did that. What do I expect? I wish it was discs that were good quality that did the plough texture stuff instead of cultivating. That's where the cookie crumbles, I guess. So we'll go around until we get howled up with the bales, I guess. Oh, look at that black smoke. I love the script that does that. I really do. Looks awesome. And then we'll probably put this on auto tractor after we bring up the Unimog off camera. We'll just do a quick pause and bring it up. And yes, I know guys, the mod spreadsheet is still not up to date. Do apologise. It seems to be working quite nicely. Definitely going to drink the fuel doing this, I see. In some cases I would say this may be going a little too quick. And here we are, found our first bow. So I guess we're bringing the Unimog back up already. Where are you? There you are. Can he do it? That's a good thing with the gearbox mod, is it will creep very slowly. I'm not doing anything on the trigger right now. Now I can do this, and I like practicing with stuff like this, especially if you can go this slow. I'm not going to jinx myself by saying this, but it usually goes terribly wrong for me, like it just did. But with a little bit of practice, you can do it. It just takes a lot of room. And I know I've said in the past that I can do this. I've just never been able to show you guys I can. Now doing this in real life I cannot imagine. Now we're going to need to come forward. Now some of you may find this boring, some of you may like the fact that I can kind of show this. Right, turn that way, that should kick that back end out. Too much, too much. Now although this takes up a lot of time, I want to leave it in the video. Ooh, I thought I had that going forward. Now what I'm trying to do now, as I didn't realise there was a road there, is try and back it in that. spot just there. Actually, that should be enough for us to scoot it out. Like so, just like that. So, we shall see you guys back down at the farm. Alrighty, big jump from where we left off. Picked up the rest of the bales that were in the field. Shame we don't have a couple more just to complete another somewhat of a full stack. But I do believe we've got all the bales off. This we're going to address off camera for sure. Really can't be asked to deal with that now, and I've wasted a lot of time with the bales today and screwing up on the bales. We've even got some full, I think a full trailer there to take care of. Right, if I've got enough speed, hopefully. I can get through without it causing me much issues. It did okay earlier when I tried it, so I don't know what the deal was there. Alright, we'll just park around here. Used to be in the shade. Alright, that is that for this machine. Now we'll move this out of the field. I did see a comment saying, is that the baler bank you used? Yes, it is. Bank has been using this one for quite some time. I've just really not had the opportunity until this map to use it. Thornton we have it on, and currently on Thornton, that you should probably see from Monday's video, we are basically waiting to be able to get a tractor that's free to use it. This stuff may even go over here. Yeah, and I'll back this all in off camera. It's actually easy to back this thing up, it's not too bad, but I'll do it in a minute. And where is it? There it is. This guy. Should be able to ready to carry on rocking and rolling. So I think this has got to be our thumbnail. For sure. Probably do that once we reach the end of the episode. And of course this is Friday, so I hope you guys do have an amazing weekend. This will be my last weekend in Canada, so definitely going to make the most of it. So expect me to be streaming next week, Friday, all things being equal, as long as nothing's majorly changed. For whatever reason. No black smoke as we're going downhill there. As soon as I take it more slack, there it comes. I'll roll some more coal. And whether this tractor will be billowing black smoke like that in real life, I don't know. Probably not so much, to be honest. I don't know why, but while I'm recording this video, my stomach doesn't feel good. You guys want a little bit of inside a landy, let's say. The girlfriend tried to come in. I always lock the door when I'm recording, when I'm over here, just in case that happens. Someone wants to come in and, well, they can't then. They know I'm recording. Even though she did know I was recording. To tell me there was a tornado, like, not too far away from me. Windsor is where it was. I'll tell you that, guys, that now, because, well, let's just say it's not too far. So yeah, luckily she does have some family that live there. They're all safe and well, but it destroyed quite a bit of stuff. Looks like it put an animal trailer completely on its side, and it took a roof off of someone's house, just the shingles. But yeah, that is the closest I've ever been to being near a tornado. We haven't felt it currently. I don't know if we're supposed to be getting the storm. I think where we are. Oh, is that grass, that dome there? Luckily, we're kind of in a valley, I believe, so we don't really get hit too much by that type of stuff. But it's crazy to think that, yeah, there's actually risk of tornadoes here. Back in the UK, you see little ones. And when I say little ones, they may do minutest bit of crap, there's a bale there. The minutest bit of damage. They still damage, but not very much. Okay, why I've noticed this field has one directional plow lines. You guys seeing that too? Strange. Alright, gonna need to shift the combine. Very unlike me to leave stuff by the side of the field. I almost guarantee you I said, I'll move all of this stuff off camera. La 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 la, and I never did. I know what I'm like. I don't know how, but that bale got moved. Mysterious forces that be. Who am I trying to kid? You guys know what happened. Well, like a glove. If I line this up over here, it's gonna be a big hint to me. Hey, numbnuts, take the combine out of the field. We've actually got quite the move to do on this combine. I got to figure out mentally how I'm gonna do it. But it's putting that in practice. We shall see how that goes. Of course, before that, we will give this a nice wash. It's pretty darn dirty. So one thing I'm a strong believer of, even on Farm Sim, I like the vehicles to be dirty, like they're working vehicles, to a point. Combines, I'll always keep clean. They need to be kept clean. Doesn't happen in this game, I know, but real life, dirty combine means it's only the matter of time before that thing's up in flames. As you guys no doubt know, and probably have seen if you guys are farmers, or know farmers. One was willing to bet there's at least 10 of you that maybe personally happen to, or know people have lost combines in the field. Unfortunately, I think it happened locally to me back in the UK. I saw on our local newspaper some pictures of a burning combine. All it takes is some hydraulic fluid or some straw or dust build up where no one's cleaned it for a little while, and yeah, up she goes. The rest is history. Now, unfortunately, with it doing that mess there, I can see that causing me issues with Auto Tractor. Ooh, that's having a hard time crawling through that too. I wonder why the textures are so buggered up here. I've never ploughed this field. The reason I am actually ploughing this is getting into the practice of Farm Sim 17. Looks like you can switch it off, but that is a feature that will firmly stay on when I am doing stuff like that. Okay, we are going to go for that one. Why can't I change that? Strange. Probably because it's only cultivated, or maybe because it is articulated. Should be okay doing that though. We'll show the tracer line. We'll hit go and hopefully it'll be okay. And while that's doing that, come on, get into some fixed stuff. There we go, start rolling some coal. Oh, on the black smoke. Right, after... I may have to be waiting for a little while. Like so. And there's our thumbnail. I love this machine. Oh, what are you doing here? Sometimes you have to keep an eye on it though. It's weird why it does that. Make it a little wider than it actually is, and it maybe do a little better. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Like I say, have an amazing weekend. My time is coming to an end over in Canada, So we'll be back in the UK before you know it. Literally before you know it. Next week's videos, I'm going to try my best to get one out every day. Please bear with me. It's going to be a tough little time for a few days running up to me leaving Canada for obvious different emotional reasons. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys later. See ya.